Yo, what up everyone? Hype Fitness has lost all his hype because he has literally just done one of the heaviest sessions he has ever done before. And that was a squat 5x5s, deadlifts 3x5s, and a heavy calf raise session. And to a lot of people that might not seem like a lot, but I've never done this sort of high intense power training like this. You know, when I used to do powerlifting, I would do one exercise a day to help transition, power over to boxing. And that would be like squats one day, deadlifts 2 days later, then shoulder press after. It'd be like squats, push press, squats, push press, deadlifts, and then bench press. And that was it. 4 days a week, all on different days. Now I did my deadlifts and my squats on the same day, plus heavy calf raises, which is no big deal, but I'm feeling it. I'm really feeling it right now. And I've definitely exhausted the CNS for today, which is the central nervous system. I'm relaxed, I'm good. I can, go home and focus on the other things that I have coming. But I guess the point of the video today is to get rid of this whole misconception of, powerlifting not building muscle and deadlifts being bad for your back. Now, powerlifting, you have to understand, you are directly targeting your central nervous system. Therefore, you are gonna build immense strength. And when you get stronger and stronger, your body's gonna force your muscles to grow. You don't have to be breaking them down, which you will do. There always is some hypertrophy in powerlifting, but your muscles won't grow at the same rate as, if you were doing 12 to 20 reps, if you're doing hypertrophy training, but you have to remember, you can do more of power training. Think about it. You're not getting DOMs. You're not breaking down your muscles. It means you can do, if you wanted, you could do 2 squat sessions a week or 2 deadlift sessions a week, as long as you give, ample space apart, and you could go heavy on them. You could go 75% of your max on them twice a week, and you would be fine. And you would be, you would be able to do other things, like if you run or if you do boxing, kickboxing, whatever it is, and you need your legs, without DOMs, you can still do that stuff. So, yeah, powerlifting is amazing, and it just takes, I would say, a little bit longer to see that muscle growth, but the strength gains are quick, and your weights will go up very quickly. Now, if you heard of the 5x5 program, it's a program where you move up every week, 2.5 kilos. So, even on deadlifts, you could potentially move up 5 kilos until you get to a point where it starts getting really hard, and it will. So you plateau fairly quickly with the 5x5 program. So, with powerlifting in general, you're going to plateau pretty quickly. It's great for you. It's cool to mix it up. You could do 1 month powerlifting, 1 month hypertrophy, and change back and forth. It's good to send your body into shock, and your body's like, wow, what's going on? I'm going to get stronger and get bigger at the same time. Cool, perfect. If you don't want to throw away size and you're really attached to your ego and you want to look good, which is fair enough, even I have that a little bit, you got to look somewhat good, then do that. Just take 1 month powerlifting, 1 month hypertrophy. Now with deadlifts, they are absolutely fantastic for your back. Do not listen to anybody that says, don't ever do them, they're bad for your back. That's shit advice from a shit trainer. Don't listen to that. And if that trainer does say it to you, it's probably because they've screwed their back up, either not warming up properly, not spending 5-10 minutes before warming up properly, not doing their warm-up sets, lifting with bad form, and lifting too heavy all the time and not having that break, not having rest days, lifting 3+ times a week, deadlifts, and still doing other things. So it's very bad advice. Don't listen to that. You could lift 50 kilo deadlifts, 50 or you could say 60 kilo deadlifts. So 2 10 kilo plates on each side of the bar. And you could do that every week for the rest of your life. Say 5 sets of that every week for the rest of your life, and you would be fine, because you're lifting lighter weights. And if you're focusing on technique, you're gonna be even more fine. I mean, it's always important to focus on technique. Never scrub out technique, otherwise you're gonna cause yourself problems. We all learned the hard way as trainers, I'm pretty sure. But don't give bad advice just because you've had a bad experience. If you've had a bad experience, you should be giving the right advice. Like, no, deadlifts are great for your back. Me, I screwed my back up. You can give them the warning, give your client the warning. Me, I screwed my back up doing deadlifts because this, that, and that. So avoid this, and that. Whereas instead of saying, no, don't do them, stay away from them, you're destroying someone, you're destroying someone's ability to reach their full potential like that. Deadlifts are important. It's all-round functional strength. Think of how many times when you sit down in a chair and you stand up, squats and deadlifts transfer over to that. It's functional strength training. So functional straining, that's a new one. So if you get to an old age and you've been doing that your whole life, your central nervous system is going to be so wired to have that inbuilt. So you see a lot of oldies walking around and this and that. They've, either worked hard, labor work their whole lives and damaged themselves, or they never worked out, either one. And therefore they're always they've got some sort of, problem later on in life. And you don't want that. And to avoid that, these are exercises you should be doing. Never neglect your overhead press, putting something in the cupboard at home. You're always going to be putting things over your head in life. Never neglect the deadlift, picking up something off the floor. Never neglect the squat. It's so important. If I'm sitting cross-legged, what do I have to do to get up after this? Squat, don't I? I'm going to be in squat position to stand up, or a lunge position. Either way, it's the same. It's a very similar thing. Bench press, not so much. I mean, it helps with pushing a trolley or closing a car door. But yeah, I believe that, you can get enough strength for those sort of movements through push-ups and dumbbell press and stuff. But I still do bench press. I still think it's amazing, especially for combat sports. It's something I'm always going to talk about. Combat sports. But yeah, that's that. Look, I got it out as best as I could today. I am going to go get something to eat now. All the best. Don't ever forget, deadlifts and squats are important, even calf raises. Chuck them in at the end of a session. Those you can do 3 times a week. Okay, your calves. Fuck, man, this fucking central nervous system shit really gets you. Your calves heal very quick. You're always walking on them. You're always getting blood flow to them. So do it every week. At least 1 set of squats and 1 set of deadlifts every week without a miss. Thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.